Good morning, everyone. Now we are moving to the topic that is in system clocks. Here, we are discussing the fourth unit about the microcontrollers. In this, the microcontrollers we are discussing the system clocks. All the microcontrollers contains a clock module. We are already discussed that is the MSP 413, right? So all the microcontrollers contain a clock module to drive the CPU and the peripherals. This is a figure that shows a simplified diagram of the basic clock module. Okay, ma, this is the simplified for the basic clock module for the family of the MSB 430F 2XX family. Okay, this is the modified clock module which for the family of the MSB 430F 2XX. Normally this clock module provides the three outputs. Okay, well, look at the figure. Normally the clock module provides the three outputs. Those three outputs are the ALCLK, SMCLK, MCLK. Okay, so what is an MCLK? That is nothing but the master clock. Okay, MCLK is nothing but the master clock that is used for the CPU and a few peripherals. And the next one is the SMCLK, that is nothing but the subsystem master clock. It is distributed to the peripherals. Whereas in the ALCLK, that is nothing but the auxiliary clock. It is also distributed to the peripherals. Whereas in MNCLK, it is used by the CPU and the few peripherals, whereas in SMCLK is distributed to the peripherals, whereas in the ACLK is also distributed to the peripherals. Most of these peripherals can choose either MCLK or SMCLK. Okay, so we already know that the most of the clocks we are using, that is the MCLK or SMCLK. Okay, that will be in the range of the megahertz range. Whereas in the ALCLK, there is nothing with the auxiliary clock, which is typically much slower. Okay, where comparing with the MCLK or SMCLK, where the auxiliary clock is very much slower and usually in the using in the range of the 32 kilohertz. Okay, ma'am, only it can be used in the range of the 32 kilohertz. Whereas in the up to 4 sources are available for the clock. Well, look at the figure. There might be the occurring of then four sources are available for the clock depending upon the family and the variant. Whereas in the lower or the higher frequency crystal oscillator, okay, while you look at the figure, the first one, while we have then four oscillators, right? In this the four oscillator, they might be the using the lower or the higher frequency. The first one is the LFXT1. Okay, ma'am, the first one is the, while look at the oscillator, that is an LFXT1. That is this is available in all devices. It is usually used with a low frequency watch crystal. That is then we may be using LFTX1 and the oscillator mainly it will be using is the lower frequency. Okay, what is the frequency range is 32 kilohertz, but can also run with also high crystal frequency. Okay, ma'am, it might be the using low frequency in the range of the 32 kilohertz, and also it run with the high frequency range with a few megahertz. Okay, so an external clock signals can be used instead of a crystal if it is important to synchronize with the MSB 430 with the another devices in the system. Mainly whether an external clock signal can be used instead of a crystal if it is important to synchronize the MSB 430 with the another devices in the system. For while we are looking the oscillator, that is first one we are discussing about the low or high frequency, right? Now we can discuss the next one is nothing but the XT2. Okay, XT2, that is nothing but a high frequency crystal oscillator. Okay, high frequency crystal oscillator, that is nothing but it is similar to the what we have discussed about the first one, that is a low high frequency, that is an LFXT1. Okay, it is similar to the LFXT1 except that is only the restricted is to the high frequency. Okay, ma'am, only it is restricted to the high frequency. It is only available in few devices. Okay, it is also similar, it can be used in the high frequency or the low frequency. Whereas in the XT2 oscillator, it is only available in the only few devices. Okay, ma'am, and the next one we have then, the next one is the internally very low frequency oscillator, that is a VLO. The first one, VLO, that is nothing but the internally it has a very low frequency. VLO is nothing but the very low frequency oscillator. It is also available in only the most recent of the devices. What the devices we are using here, that is what is the family, that is MSB 430F 2XX, right? So here it is only available only the most recent version of the MSB 430F 2XX. It is also provide an alternative to the LFXT1 when the auxiliary of a crystal is not needed. Okay, so where we can using this VLO oscillator means it mostly used in the family of the MSB 432X6, right? So and also it may be this oscillator we can use as an alternative model of the LFXT1. Okay, ma. And the next one is the last one, that is then DCO. Okay, that is nothing but the digitally controlled oscillator. Okay, DCO, that is nothing but the digitally controlled oscillator. Normally it is available in all devices, and one of the highlights of this is the MSB 430. Okay, normally this the DCO is available in all devices, and one of the highlight is this will be available in the MSB 430 in every family. Okay, ma'am. It basically is a very high comparably RC oscillator that starts with the less than 1 microsecond. Okay, it's basically having is a highly controllable oscillator that starts with the less than the 1 microsecond. Normally here also we are using the auxiliary clock that comes from the low frequency crystal oscillator at the 32 kilohertz, and also here using the both SMCLK and MNCLK. That is nothing but the subsystem master clock. Okay, subsystem master clock and also the master clock. Here also we are using the, so both are supplied by the both DCO with the frequency around the 1 megahertz. Okay, ma'am. With the lower frequency it can be oscillated at the 32 kilohertz, whereas in the higher frequency it can be oscillated in the frequency in the range of then 1 megahertz. Okay, so this the frequency of the three clocks can be divided into the modified clock module. Okay, ma. This can be modified, can be done by using the modified clock systems. Okay, these are the different clock systems which we are discussing. These frequencies have the frequency of these three clocks can be divided. So out of these, and also we have another point, that is the control of the clock module through the status register. Okay, ma'am. How that is the status register that can be selected means the main purpose of this the control of the clock module to the status register. So all bits of the SA or the clear in the full power in the active mode. ఓకే మ్యామ్. సో మనకి స్టేటస్ రిజిస్టర్లో టోటల్ 16 బిట్స్కి మనం కంపారిజన్ చేస్తున్నాం కదా మ్యామ్. సిపిఎఫ్ అని ఎంఎస్బి 430లో మనం డిస్కస్ చేసుకున్నప్పుడు అక్కడ మనం 16 ఫ్లాగ్ రిజిస్టర్స్ గురించి మనం డిస్కస్ చేసుకున్నాం కదా. సో అక్కడ ఏంటంటే అన్ని రిజిస్టర్స్ అనేది మనం యాక్టివ్ మోడ్లోనే ఉండాలి, అండ్ సిపియు ఆఫ్ అనేది డిజేబుల్స్లో ఉండాలి. ఓకే, SCG1 అనేది మనం డిజేబుల్స్లో పెట్టుకోవాలి, SCC0 కూడా డిజేబుల్స్లోనే పెట్టుకోవాలి, అండ్ OSCF దట్ ఈస్ నథింగ్ బట్ ద ఆసిలేటర్ ఆఫ్ అనేది కూడా మనము డిజేబుల్లోనే పెట్టుకోవాలి. ఓకేమా, దిస్ ఈజ్ అబౌట్ ద సిస్టమ్ clocks. Okay, this is about the system clocks. And the next topic we have then lower accepts of then MSB 430. Okay, and the next topic we have then lower accepts of then MSB 430. What is this the lower accepts means? Normally the first one in here we can discuss about the lower power accepts of the MSB 430. So in this what is the lower power? Okay, ma'am. So what is the lower power means? Normally the MSB 430 was designed for the low power consumption. We already know that the one of the advantages in the microcontrollers, that is an MSB 430, that can be designed for the one low power consumption, right? Here there are the 5 in all, but 2 are rarely employed in the current devices. So whereas in we know that then MSB 430 we have then voltages, that is the VCC in the range of 3 volts, right? At the where we have then DCO, that is what is a DCO? That is a digital control oscillator that can be ranges in the 1 megahertz. Okay, so we already know that the MSB can be designed for the low power consumption, and also that this MSB 430 which can be the range, the voltage which can be having that the VCC power supply, that is VCC equal to 3 volts, and also the digitally controlled oscillator, that is DCO at 1 megahertz, and we also having the LFXT1 at 32 kilohertz from a crystal. This topic which we all discussed now, ఐఎమ్ కరెక్ట్, దట్ ఈస్ ద సిస్టమ్ క్లాక్స్. అవునా కదమ్మా? జస్ట్ ఇప్పుడే కదమ్మా మనం సిస్టమ్ క్లాక్స్లో ఏదైతే డిస్కస్ చేసుకున్నాం అదే పాయింట్స్ కదా. సో హియర్ ద కరెంట్ ఇన్ ద యాక్టివ్ మోడ్ rises with the frequency to about the 4 milliamperes at the 16 megahertz requires the high supply voltages. The current in the active mode rises with the frequency to the above 4 milliamperes at the 16 megahertz requires the high power supply. Because of this and why we are rising the frequency, okay, at that time the power supply also increasing. Apart from that, normally the MSB 430 can be designed only for the low power consumption. So here we are discussing about the first in this the power mode. The first mode we are discussing about the active mode. Okay ma, here we are discussing about the three or four modes. In the modes, the first one is the active mode. What is this in an active mode means? That is then normally the CPU or the clocks and the modules are in active, okay, with the range of then the power that is then 300 microamperes, okay ma'am. Whereas in the active mode, all the CPU and the clocks or the enables are in the active, which has an current, okay, which has in the range of then it's approximately 300 microamperes, okay ma'am. Whereas in the active mode, the current supply is nothing but the 300 microamperes, okay. Then normally the MSB 430 starts up this mode, which must be used when the CPU is required, okay. The MSB 430 starts with this mode which must be used with the CPU is required. An interrupt automatically switches the device to the active mode. The current can be reduced by running the MSB 430 at the lowest supply voltages constantly with the frequency of ml CLK, and also VCC can be lowered to 1.8 volts, okay. Whereas in the VLC can be founded in the active mode is 1.8 volts, okay. And also the DCO is nothing but the 1 megahertz, okay. So and the current it can be ranges from the 200 microamperes normally in the active mode, okay ma'am. Normally in the active mode it will be in the range of the current that is in 300 microamperes, okay. So while maybe the interrupt automatically switches, okay, there might be the occurring of the interrupt, at that time the current can be reduced, okay. Apart from the interrupt, it can be in the range of the 300 microamperes, whereas in the interrupt can be occurred, it can be reduces the current. How much it will be reduces means it automatically reduces the 100, that is nothing but the current can be reduces in the after that the MSB 430 is nothing but that running range of the current that is nothing but the 200 microamperes, okay ma'am. The range is nothing but the 200 microamperes, okay. And the next one mode is nothing but the LPMO, that is nothing but the low power mode. So whereas in the low power mode, where here using the CPU and the MNCLK or the disable, where in this the mode there is a low power mode. In this the mode we are using the CPU and the MNCLK, that is a master clock, and the CPU is disabled. Whereas in the remaining two clocks or the active mode. So what are the remaining two clocks? That is subsystem, master clock and auxiliary clock or the remain active. And also here the range of the current is nothing but the 85 microamperes, okay. The range of the current is nothing but the 85 microamperes. Normally this can be used when the CPU is not required, but some modules require a fast clock from the SMCLK and DCO, okay. Here here in this LMPO mode, here the using the power is nothing but the 85 microamperes. And the next mode is nothing but the LPM3. Whereas in the LPM3, this is the CPU, MCLK, okay ma'am, SMCLK, okay, and DCO or the disables, okay. Only auxiliary clock is the remain active, okay. Whereas in the LPM3 mode, only auxiliary clock remain active. That will be in the range of the 1 microamperes, okay. This is a standard lower power mode when the device must wake up itself at the regular intervals and therefore needs a slow clocks. Whereas in the LPM3 mode, only the auxiliary clock or the remain active, remaining or all the disables. So the current is nothing but it will be the range of the 1 microamperes, okay ma'am. So it is also required if the MSB 430 must contain a real-time clock. Here the current can be reduced to the about 0.5 microamperes by using the VLO. What is in VLO? What is in VLO? The VLO is nothing but the very low frequency, okay. So that's about the LMP3. And the next one is the LPM4, and the next mode is nothing but the low power mode 4. So that in this mode, clock and all clocks and the CPU are the disabled, okay ma. Here the CPU and all clocks are disabled in LPM4 mode. Here the current in the range of the 0.1 microamperes, okay ma'am. So here the all clocks and the CPU are the disables and the current will be in the range of the 0.1 microamperes. The device can wake up only by external signal, also called as an retained mode. Here the device we are wake upping, okay, by an external signal, also called as an detained mode. This is used to say that the device is sleeping when it is in a low power mode. What is this wake upping means? Here the wake upping means that nothing but the device returns to the active mode. Okay, that means the device can be returns to the active mode by the external signal. That will be we are calling as a return mode. Okay, ma'am. So many processes are put into the low power modes by issuing the special sleep or the stop instruction. By using these are not required by the MSB 430. Okay, many processors are put into the low power modes by issuing the special or the stop instruction. By these or the not required by the MSB 430. Its operation is controlled through 4 bits. Okay, we are already in that is then SC Z0, SC Z1, CPU off and oscillator off. These are in the status register. These are controlled by the 4 bits. Okay, ma'am. So all these are the clear in the active mode. Okay, particularly the combination sets of the each in the lower mode. While there might be the occurring an interrupt. Okay, ma'am. So while there might be the occurring an interrupt that is accessed by the microcontroller, if they that is the status register, they have to initialize them cleared. For the ISR, that is nothing but the interrupt service routine, including the low power bits. The low power mode is resumed at the end of then ISR when the ISR is restored from the stack. Okay, ma'am. So these are about the lower power modes. Okay, these are the low power modes, that is nothing but the low power aspects of the MSB 430.